Jules here from Joolsedesigns at JT Creations. So what we're doing today is we're doing some shabby tags out a book page. Now that one and that one, the book page is actually printed on, and that was Daisy's. And what I did was I just took a page that had been printed on and folded it in half and then half again and stuck it together, and then I put some acrylic paint over that one. You can see that it's, you know, soaked into the ink that was printed on it, because if you use an inkjet printer, it's not fast. It does leak into anything that you put in. This one didn't have any, but I was painting things and I didn't realize this was underneath, so it's got a little bit of orange, but that's fine. So that's what I did. And there's another one, and I just folded it up. And then these are just stamps. I just now and again when I'm in my craft room, I just do a load of stamps. That's another stamp, and I coloured them in. And that's another one, but I did that on coffee dyed paper, so that's a bit darker. And they've got brown paper behind them, as you can see. So, and all that is just wrapping paper. You know, when you get a parcel from Amazon or somewhere and you get wrapping paper, it's browner on one side than it is the other. And then this one, I've been trimming some tags. And I just put little tags on them, and that was another stamp. And then I cut them out. So all I did was, this is just out of a watercolour pad. You can see where I've been painting. And I just did some. So there's the leaves that we've got in one. I've done holly leaves, and I've done a couple of little fir tree branches, and I did a snowman. Then this one I did 2 bees, and that's little tiny flowers. And I did that rose again. So this is just a time to chill out. If you do some stamping, a time to chill out and do a little bit of colouring in. I don't even know where I got them from. I might have got them from Smith's, or I might have got them from Works. And you can see they are cheap, they're not expensive. I have got expensive ones, but they're right at the bottom of the drawer, so I'm using these. And I'm just going to rip. So I'm going to do the bee first. So I went to yellow. And I'm not going to do any of the, you know, the writing, just like these. It's just the actual picture itself. So, and it's just really scribble colouring in. I'm not perfect. I'm not looking for perfection. Well, not yet anyway. But what I do want is I want a little bit of orange on this. And I'm just going to do the orange where you can see where the hairs are, because bees are striped. And I might even go back in with a and then take my squeeze that. And this is just a paintbrush full of water. And I just usually wipe it off on a cloth. And the one thing with watercolour pencils is they get a little bit more intense when you wet them. And that's all I want, is I just want it that little bit more. And I think we'll just take it from there. Not adding any more colour, I'm just taking it from there. because obviously when you're going over this, but I can take a little bit off the pencil itself. You can, let me get that over, you can run the brush on there. And it waters it down a little bit. And we'll take a little bit of the orange. A little bit of the orange on there. And if you get too much, you just wet it and put a little bit more yellow over. And with this being watercolour paper, it soaks in the water fine. It's not going to crease or crinkle or anything. And that's that. And if I wanted, I could do sort of like that there, but I'm not. I just quite like that. Like that. Now this one, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my green pen and I'm just going to do a little bit of pencil, sorry, green on the darker part of the leaves. Just a quick scribble, just very lightly, and then I'm going to go for the light. Just so that the two greens mix, because one's a bit too turquoisey and one's a bit too yellowy, so I'm hoping that mixing the two together I'm going to get the desired colour. And try it. Yes. And I've gone over the lines there. You know what, I'm not that bothered. These are just cheap water brushes. You can get really expensive ones from the art shop, but for what I use them for, I really need them. Do you know what, I'm going to go with the blue, I think. I'm not sure if this is the right colour. And it's little tiny flowers, so I'm just doing little circles where the flowers are. And again, just, and I'm not keeping within the lines, it doesn't matter. If you want to go over the lines, go over the lines. There's no, got a long, that's it. No, it's still there, it's annoying me. Right, I'm going to just do a little bit more. And I love colouring in. I used to like getting a new colouring in book when I was a kid, until my sister got hold of it and scribbled all over it. There we are. So there's that one. And then we've got the rose, and I'm going to go with a darker colour with this. This is kind of, and what I'm doing is I'm just, where the shaded area is on the stamp, that's what I'm colouring in. Try that and we'll see how that works. It's kind of a, was a nice pink colour. I actually like yellow roses and peach, and but for some reason when I colour a rose in, I just do it either pink or red. And I'm not being perfect at painting, I'm just putting this water down. I'm just and then we'll have a little bit of get the bud. Yeah. And the colour on the bud's probably more intense than what it is when it opens, so there we are. And again, I'm just going to go, whoops, I've just thrown my the green kind of matches the colours of the flowers. So you find red roses have a darker green. It's because there's like, if you were to break the colours down on the leaves, they would have a bit of red in them. It's like if you notice yellow flowers and have a brighter green leaf because there's a yellow base. And that was just something I picked up from a gardening program, so I assume it's true. So we can bring the green out. Yeah, maybe it's got not the water on my brush, I think. Need to put a bit more water on my brush. That's it. So I've got peace this morning. My husband's away to the bank with the dog. The dog goes in the bank, they know her now. So she goes in. She goes straight over to the favourite teller. I think the ones that get that pay attention. Okay, and that's that. So that's that one. And this is just, as I said, it's got white acrylic on it. Put that on there. Now, do I want that? That way, or do I want it that way? I wasn't quite sure how I wanted this one. That's why I didn't stick it down. I was thinking I quite fancied the Hessian, but I don't want it to go over the rose. Yep, I think that's enough. So I'm just going to cut that off there because we'll use that for something else. And I'm just going to pull that one out, so we've got a little bit of fringe in there, and I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac glue. And this isn't watercolour paper that I stamped this. This is just paper that I think I was using. I think it's probably a digital. Don't want it that way. And then that way, yep. Okay, so quite like that, and I don't want it too high because I'm going to put I'll do that now, and then I'm not getting its way. So I'm just using a ribbon slot. Yep. And I'm just going to use Fabri-Tac for the whole thing. Just put a bit there, just stop it from and we'll just, so I'm going to have a little bit of the fringe coming off there. The leaf is coming off. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ruffle that up a bit and just because I like it to look a little bit scruffy. And we'll just hold the rose down, and then I think this ribbon's too pink. I have got some red somewhere. That's maybe too glitzy, too Christmassy. I like that. It's got a bit of gold in that. It's Christmas ribbon. I quite like it. So we'll just feed that through there, and I'm just tying it in a knot. I don't have any bows. When you've got the big broad ribbons, they look like bows anyway when you tie them in a knot. I just like my ribbons. And if you've got a ribbon that you think's going to fray, just light it up. Just take a lighter to it. Don't light it up. Now I'm going to go that way. So that one night, so all I usually do is I just take a flame off a lighter. There we are. Is that not pretty? I quite like that. That's quite pretty ribbon. Now what we want is we want a nice little leaf. And these are ones that I've just picked up from Temu. So I like You Are an Amazing Woman. Quite like that. So I'm just, that's too small, so I need more. And this is where these bits come in handy. There we are, so I can use, and it's Clay's Fessifying Nocturne I've been using. And I'm just going to take it as far down to the ripped bit as I can. And then I'm going to try and rip up my nails. Although I've got really strong nails, they are naturally long, but ripping heavy card, it's not doing my nails any good, put it that way. It's kind of a weird feeling. Something that you shouldn't be doing. Yes, I like that, and I think we'll just give that a wee ink round. I'm just swithering whether to put some brown paper behind. Put some smaller bits here. And then turn it over because it's the brown bit I like. So we'll stick that on. I'll use my Fabri-Tac because it's starting to explode. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to roll it around the edges. We've got glue strings. It's just unrolling while I ink round it. Take that bit off. Rip that off. I think that's it. I think I'm finally coming to the end of my Fabri-Tac. I'll need to use my other bottle. And there we are. We have that one. Yes, I quite like. These will go with any journal. And it was this one I wanted to use that one on, because this has got the blue on it. I'm just actually, that's the right way up. That back. Now, do I want brown paper behind that one? Take them bits off. Or do I want some coffee dyed paper? Rip them off. Nah, I don't like the coffee dyed paper. Not behind that one anyway. I used to have some dull gold paper that would have looked nice under there. Just give me 2 minutes and I'll be back in a second. Right, I'm back. So I found me gold, dull gold card, and I do like it, but I forgot I had some of this, it's coordinations, and I quite like that. And I'm just going to rip myself a little bit off. Take it out a little bit more. And this, if you sand it on the edges, it's a lighter colour. So we'll just, can you see? And I quite like that. So I'm just going to rip into this. Like that. Shove that there. No, that's going there, isn't it? Yeah, it's like embossed on that side and plainer on that side. So we'll have a little bit of ripping here, just the very ends. I think I've got the gist of the shape. Yes, I like that. I think it's maybe a bit too much. So I think we'll take this one off a little bit here. There. No. Yeah. Yep. Let me have a look with the no. I'm gonna have it like that. And my husband got me a chai latte and it's getting cold there on the desk. So we'll just go in a bit with that. You don't want to take too much of the dark off. So I think that's it. And I am going to ink around the edges just to catch the edges, but I'll go with, oh, I need to stick with the oxides, I think. This is an oxide one, I keep forgetting. And I'm just catching the edges and no more. I'll just put that over there. And there we are. And then we'll do a little ribbon slider here. Actually, no, I won't. I'll do a grommet on that one. I'll put it, oh, that's it. There's my husband back. You can spot that caramel off. It's a bright green. My mum calls it a throw-up green. I've got some, these I got when I got my crocodiles, so I've had these probably about 15-20 years and hardly ever used them. I always went for the silver or the gold. There we are. And I'm just wondering if I should have a little bit of brown. Oh, there she is. She's barking, telling her dad that she can't get in here. And I might have treats. Telling them to get up. Yep, I think we'll have that there. We'll take that bit off. See, that's why I never throw any little bits away, because she's getting shouted at. You'll be thinking I'm videoing, which I am. And although you can make your own gesso, there is recipes for it. I think we might put that further up, and we'll see. She believed she could, so she did. Be the chance you want to see in the world. Live simply, love truly, laugh freely. Wherever you go, you bring your own sunshine. I like that one. And again, see if I can find a bit of this. There we are. And you know what? I think I might do this in purple. So I'm going to use my Stamps and Wine by Harmony Spectrum Noir. Because you don't have to have your labels in black. I'm going to turn that over so I've got the edge. And there we are. And then I'm just oh, I've taken a bit of the S away for sunshine, never mind. But I am going to edge it in brown. But I don't think I'll do any I do a little bit. quite just like the sunshine. Could I just... I'm just going to try and rip this wording off, and we'll just have the sunshine. Again, got a little bit of the wording left, but it doesn't matter. And we'll take that off. And we'll have that like that. Yep. I'm just doing the edge so that I can get this stuck on it before I do the whole. Okay, and we'll do a little bit more of the don't know what I've done with that. I've put it somewhere. Okay, and I'll just clear my desk up a little bit. All them little bits in there, that in there. Now, ribbon, I think what I'm going to go for is I'm going to go for this twine. Don't know why, it's just telling me. I think if I put ribbon in there, it would be just too much. And there we are. So there we've got those two. And what I want to do with this one is I want to cut round the top of the bee. So I'm just going to go in and fussy cut. Now the top part of the bee is the most intricate because it's got the antennae and everything, so I'm trying not to cut anything off. I'm going to have to cut his antennae off. I'm not going to get them on, I can draw them on. But I'm not cutting his little legs off. I'm going to go around his wing. And then I'm going to rip it down. As straight as I can. And take that quite tough. Okay, I've got it. Do the angles, make sure it is the angle and not the photo corner, although I've done that before by mistake and it always looks all right. Do I want the gold or do I want the brown? So let me gold here. I mean, that's got brown on it as well. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that there, put that there, bring my ruler out, and then because what I want is I want this to sit on top and then just rip. So, and it's not such a tough paper, but if I can get it to rip in sync with this, if I push it up like that. I kind of want it to match, so what I've done is I've just pushed this along so I can use it as a template a bit, like that, and then that will go up there, and it's showing a bit of the brown paper. And then what I want is I want this to come fingers behind the wings. Let me have a look at that. Yeah, I'm going to take this corner off and I'm going to take these edges off a bit. Better, and then again I'm going to ink, and what I'm doing is I'm just rubbing around the edges and it to ink them, but to rough them up a little bit. And we can put that there, I think like that. Yes. And I think we will have a ribbon slider, and I'll find some nice organza ribbon to go in that one. And I'm just going to put this down first. There. And then and we'll put that there, just so there's a tiny little pot there. And I'm just using my nail just to pull that up a bit. Now, what wording am I going to use on this? Beautiful. Perfect. And I think we can do this on some book page. Even better. So we'll take that off there. And I'm going to use the VersaFine Onyx Black. So it is BU beautiful. So, but it just seems just fitting with the B. And just okay, shove that up there out of the way, and right, we'll just get this out of the way. I'm going to stick this on here first because it's just the two ends I'm wanting ripped really. Because I'm going to try and ruffle the paper around it a bit. And it's a bit caddy-wonked, but never mind. Anything usually you watch, I'll cut it straight. No, I haven't. And that one's ripped as well, so that's fine. And what I'm going to do is I'm just scrunching those ends up like that as best I can. And we'll have that there. And I'm just pushing it up a little bit while it sticks down. There we are. That. I think we'll have this one. It's like a greeny, but it's quite nice. And again, and I'll have like a bow. So what I usually do is I take the edge of that and guide it and then cut from the edge into the middle, and that gives me roughly what I'm looking for. So there we've got the edge there, so kind of so there we are. So you kind of saw what I did with them. This one I'd already cut out with that, and I just wanted to be a little bit different, so there we are, and this is what you can do. You can do them in theme if you want. Sorry, my video cut off when I was saying they would go with any journal. So this is my tickets. And we found a nice little pocket for this one. So we've got the ID card there, and we can pop that one in with the ID card. We've got one of the ones I did earlier in one of the stripy collage, and this one is in another stripy collage pocket. And what I was saying is, if you don't have these kind of stamps, you can use fussy cuts, and you fussy cut and then get some book page and just, you know, rip a piece out and put it behind your fussy cut. You know, if you don't have stamps and things like that, just use fussy cuts, bits out of magazines, book pages, you know, they'll go on anything. So hope you get something out of this, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.